Hi, I'm Dr. Bojack from Atlantic Chiropractic in Stoneham, Mass. Today we want to talk about authenticity and how the parable of a food expresses it. So, it was Labor Day weekend this weekend, and I had the gracious opportunity to go down to Cape, and I went to a breakfast place that I usually go to, and this waitress, DJ, brought up the conversation and asked me what and only what food lasts the longest and is still edible at the end of that time duration. And I was pretty stumped, and her response was honey. And my response was, well, of course it was honey, right? Because it's so sweet, right? So we had a little chuckle on that in regards to it. But again, I looked it up and it's true, right? Honey has the longest endurance or lasting properties than any other food. And that's kind of interesting, okay? Because it is so filled with so many natural minerals and so many beneficial elements for our body. Okay? So I said, that doesn't surprise me. She said, yeah, but only pure honey versus a preserved honey. Okay? Which I thought was a real interesting distinction. Right? Pure honey versus a preserved or some kind of treated honey, right, that doesn't make it pure or natural. It's tainted. Right? And because of the tainted process that the honey goes through, consequently, number one, it's not as good. Number two, what? It doesn't have as long of a lasting property to it as a result. And I kind of contemplated that, right? And that's kind of like us as individuals, right? Our authenticity. It seems like we chase everything from the externals, right? We're too busy. We're chasing money. We're chasing the biggest house, we're chasing the biggest car, we're chasing the goldest necklace or bracelet and whatever. And really, right, our sweetness and our essence is all found inside. And that's the sweetest part we can be. Okay? And it's interesting, she made the analogy with preservatives. It seems the more we taint ourselves with some kind of outside factor, right, versus listening to our innate intelligence or that godly spirit kind of talking to us, which usually we don't ever do that because we're so busy with all this conversation on the outside, we can't even hear the inside screaming for its direction to be heard by us, right? And that led me to our biggest and seems to be our most anchored resource and power is our own what? Individual authenticity, right? So God made us individual, right? Each and every one of us, right? We all have our unique fingerprints. We all have our unique colored eyes, right? We all have our unique statures and our own character and our own personalities, right? And that's really what makes us powerful, right? It's being who we are and knowing who we are, and being that becomes even stronger, and consequently we express ourselves even stronger, and consequently the more we get comfortable with ourselves, the more powerful we are. It was an interesting thought, and I thought I'd bring it to you because it actually made me think about it for the whole morning, okay, in regards to the analogy of honey. When it's pure honey, it has such a long-lasting, profound effect as far as minerals and elements and contributions to our body, versus over here when we get the preserved, right, or the processed honey, and it's not pure, how it starts to break it down, and it doesn't have that long-lasting timeline, nor does it have the actual benefits to our body as a result of those processed chemical changes that occur. Okay? So it's kind of like our own authenticity, our own character, right? It's pure, right? It's God-given. It's what we're supposed to be. It's who we are. Versus over here trying to be something that we're not, right? It seems like we chase a good portion of our lives chasing after something that doesn't even make sense to us or doesn't even work for us because it's not even part of us. Okay? Versus using our own God-given talents, individualized character, individualized personality, right? Individualized love of things that we do, whether it's being, whether it's academia that we love so much or music that we love so much, and immersing ourselves in that and becoming strong in what we are, that we go ahead and chase things. I just thought that was kind of really unique. So I want to thank DJ, who actually provided me the topic for this video, who works down in West Yarmouth at a breakfast place called A Little Bit of Heaven. I wanted to express my thanks to her. I hope that meant something to you. Again, I really appreciate it if you guys could subscribe to my video channel. It just helps me out to help you out. And remember, right, the power that made the body heals the body. There is no other. And remember, you know what? Every one of you has a purpose and a place to fulfill out there. And I hope you all find it. God bless. Have a great night.